Alright gang, I've posted a few videos of my Nylint pickup trucks that are modeled after the Ford Econolines, and one of them it was a red pickup, and I mentioned that as a kid we would go to South Georgia to visit my grandparents, and when we'd visit their neighbors they had a red truck and a red van. I have a video of a similar red truck. That red truck was actually, after further investigation, the first year Nylint ever released the Nylint pickup truck. The year's escaping me right now, but it does not have the signature Econoline headlights. It has side-by-side headlights. And I think it was the following year that they started putting the Econoline headlights on. This van, of course, is not the red van. As much as I wanted one of these, every time I would bid on one, it got out of my price range, and I didn't want to be that guy that would spend way too much money on a pressed steel toy. This one is in rough shape, but it's there. I got it 3 days ago, this Saturday, 2015, Halloween. It showed up, missing all the doors, cracked windshield, and it's missing the light. So my plan was to originally strip it, paint it red because of my childhood memory, and have it sitting beside my red pickup. But then I went online, and I can't remember the site, but there's a site that has nothing but the Nylint trucks and the history, and it's got an Econoline section. So I'm looking through there and found out that this version, it also came in white, but this version, the Army ambulance, was sold 1 year in 1965. The number of this van is number 7300. So when I bought it, the guy off of eBay, he did a really good job explaining, describing it. It had its issues. But I got it for $29, and I think it cost me $9 to ship it. And again, I was going to just strip it and paint it red, or have my buddy paint it red and have him fill the holes in. But it grew on me. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it as you see it. I'm going to replace the doors. I have 4 new doors that came in the mail today. And there was some issues trying to get the back doors to fit. So let's check this van out. Now my plan is to, I don't want to say document, but I'm going to do a couple of videos of me putting this van back together. And being that it's an ambulance for the Army and it's from the 60s, I'm not going to replace the stuff like the windshield. I think the crack and the chips give it character. The bumper it's riveted on, but it's twisted up and a little bit beat up, but it's okay. It's odd that there's 2 ambulance decals on the front, but that apparently is the way they came, because I checked a couple of more out online and those decals were in the same positions. Now it's kind of weird. Well, I shouldn't say weird, but being it is an Army issue, you would think they would have the headlights and the bumpers painted to match the color of the van, but that's okay. It just looks good regardless. All right, now you don't typically see Army vehicles with chrome Ford hubcaps and white wall tires, but you do on this one. I guess they just want to be seen getting the wounded soldiers picked up. Now, when I read the description, and there was a photo taken of this side of the van in this area here. Now, I'm not a metal worker. I don't do body work and all that good stuff. I have friends that have taught me a little bit, but I took a chance with it being bowed, and I got this. You feel right here, there's still a bit of a bump, but it's just going to have to be that way because there was some damage to the back of this van. All right, you see one of the new replacement doors I have installed, and the damage to the back of the van, when I first got it, the bumper was wobbly. I shouldn't say wobbly, it was just loose. It would rattle. You could see how this side here, when I got it, I regret not doing this video before I started working on it, but this side was bulged out. The floor here where the doors pins set was rolled down, that's what caused the bumper to just rattle. What I thought was a tow hook, it was bent up against the bumper, so I straightened it out and realized it's not a tow hook. I think it was, instead of having a tow hook, they put a step. Maybe that's a step. I could be wrong. But the van has a lot more detail than the pickups. Let me see if I can rearrange this. Alright, the pickups, they do not have a pressed in tail light. This van does. And there's a gas cap here. There you go. You see the gas cap and you can see the tail light. I might show you some details on the front that I like a lot better on the van than I do on the pickup. Alright, you see I stuck the other replacement door in this picture. I've been having a hard time getting it aligned on the back, because right here, this corner was actually pushed in, which caused everything here to bow down. And again, the floor here was bent down a bit, which caused it to rise up in here in the middle. So I got my body tools out and just started working it the best I could. So I got the dent out and it really pulled it all together. When I get the doors painted, I'm going to do a follow-up video so you can see how it turns out. My concern is trying to find a paint that's going to match this color. Not sure what color paint this is, but other than olive drab or army olive drab. Alright, with the damage I spoke of back here on the back, I was really concerned with this side, but the doors fit perfect, thank goodness, because the one door I don't have mounted yet, and I'm probably not going to mount it until after I paint them, because they are just a little bit tricky getting that little wire through the door and into the holes. Man, I thought I was going to throw a fit trying to put that door on. But hang tight, let me put the doors on this side so you see what it looks like with the new doors. Alright, there it is with the new doors. It's just stuck in there. To be honest, this door is a lot tighter fitting than this door is. And I'm just wondering it's because of how this dent was and if it's got this a bit out. But I'm not going to work it. I'm going to leave it as is. Now my son, he really likes his van. And he told me what I ought to do is take all the doors and paint them different colors. Like, make it look like some a hippie van. Take and put a piece of carpet in the floor. It's kind of an entertaining thought, but it's not going to happen. I just don't want to do the hippie van thing. I really wish it was a panel van. I'm not crazy about window vans, but it is an ambulance, so I can handle the window van. Also, there's a company or some, I don't know who's doing it, but you can buy a lot of reproduction parts, as I did with the doors. Paid $10 a piece for the doors. I remember I said $29 for the van without shipping, $40 for doors. And see the two small holes? That's where your guide pin goes in to mount it to the van, to hinge it to the van. Now let's take a shot at the top. Got the medic cross on the top, and like I said, I'm gonna get me a new dome, red dome for it, or light. My son even told me if we're gonna put the dome back on it, we ought to put a battery in there and make it flash. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to keep it close as original as I can. All right, when I was pointing out the tail lights and the gas cap on the van, and I told you the van has better details than the truck does. And the van also, I need to get one of the trucks out and put them side by side, and I'll do that in a follow-up. But the grill, even though the grill is exaggerated here, the grill on a real Econoline is just here to here. It doesn't go that far out, and you got the signal lights here and here. I used to have an Econoline pickup, and like a fool, I sold it. I had to weed out my car inventory, and that one was one that was sought after. But anyway, it's got the grill pressed in. The headlights are actually, there's a recess that the headlights sit in. They don't sit flat like they do on a truck. Let me get side view there. That you see how they're recessed in, and then it's got the forward pressed into the front end as well. And also on the truck, the whole front end on this looks so much closer to the Econoline than the Nylint pickup. And again, I'll put one beside this van in a follow-up video. But you see, it's got door detail. I mean, there is so much more detail on the Nylint Econoline van than it is on the truck. I wish the truck had this same detail. Alright guys, I'm kind of excited to post follow-up videos. I may just run them off as I do it and then post them all at one time, because I don't want to be that guy that's post one today and then not see one for 3 or 4 months. Now I am bad about making videos and taking, you know, time to post them, a lot of time. But this is a pretty cool little van. I'm gonna grab me a couple of more. I want a panel van, and then, you know, maybe one other oddball one, and that'll be it. Or just this one in a panel van. But this is a really good looking Econoline toy. Oh, I didn't mention it. The wheels aren't cracked. They're solid. It does squeak and rattle pretty horrifically when you roll it, so I need to get some lithium grease or something to put on there. Not that it's going to get rolled around much, but when it does roll, it's just a little irritating. But again, it's from 1965. Alright guys, if you guys have them, post them. Man, I've been all over YouTube, and I haven't seen, I could be overlooking them, but I haven't seen a video of this van posted, or a Nylint Econoline van posted. But it's got a lot of details. It looks like the real one. I mean, if you take a picture of this one and walk out to one that you see somewhere, you'll see the lines. I mean, it's amazing how close this resembles the real van. Alright guys, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoy, and I hope if you have it, you'll post it, or post a memory of it when you had it. Like I said, this is all about memories and good times with old toys, and maybe somebody will post some of theirs. You guys have a great afternoon, or evening that is. I'm surprised no one's ringing my bell for free candy. I had a rush a little bit ago, but I had a minute, so I decided to run off this video. Guys, thanks for viewing. Have a great evening.